Hello, welcome to another week of Pick 3 DST, where I give you 3 defenses I like and 1 defense I think you should stay away from for this week 12 of the NFL season. As always, these are not my full weekly rankings, but if you'd like that, click the link below. That'll take you to the article with my full rankings as well as the explanations for all of them. So we're going to dive right in with my stud defense of this week. It's the Dallas Cowboys. They're ranked 5th for me on the year, but they're 3rd for me this week in their typical Thanksgiving showdown. The Cowboys are 4th in the league in turnover rate. They're 7th in percentage of drives that end in an offensive score. This is a very opportunistic defense, and I expect them to come out firing against a Las Vegas team that's looked listless in the last 3 games. With all the off-field drama surrounding the Raiders, it's not a shock that it might have started to seep onto the field. They've scored 43 total points in the last 3 games, and they have failed to get 300 yards of offense in 2 of the last 3 games. And that's against much worse defenses like the Chiefs, Giants, and Bengals, so that doesn't bode well for what the Raiders are going to look like against the Cowboys this week. Pause this video, comment below, let me know who your #1 defense is this week or the defense that you're riding with for week 12. Now we're going to move into my solid defense. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. They're 19th for me on the season, but they're 5th for me this week. The Eagles are the 2nd ranked defense over the last month, but they're relatively average across the board. They're 13th in yards allowed per play. They're 19th in percentage of drives that ended in offensive turnover. They're 11th in QB hurry rate. But the Eagles did have a strong showing on Sunday, getting 3 sacks against a really strong offensive line, which lets me think that their defensive line could cause some problems for a Giants offense that's kind of identityless and just fired their offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett. I don't think the Eagles are a slate-breaking option, but in a week like this with a lot of weird matchups, I'm going to take their solid production. If you haven't yet, take a minute, click the subscribe button below to get this content and all of our RotoBaller content throughout the rest of the fantasy season. Now we're going to move to my sleeper defense. I can't believe I have them here, but it's the Houston Texans. They're 24th for me on the season, but I have them as the 7th ranked defense this week. Houston is the 11th ranked defense over the last month. They're 7th in the NFL in turnover rate, and that's where they've been making their fantasy hay, which is good news because now they go up against the Jets offense that's last in the NFL in turnover rate. This is a weird week where some of our favorite offenses to attack are playing some of our favorite defenses that we want to avoid. So we're going to play a Houston defense against a Jets offense that gives up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing defenses. With Flacco under center, playing behind a Jets offensive line that's 25th in sacks allowed, I do think Houston can get to the quarterback, and I think that they're a pretty solid sleeper defense this week. Now my stay away defense for the week, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. I see some people have them in the top 10. I'm not going anywhere near that. They're 18th for me on the season, but they're 21st for me this week. The Steelers are the 16th ranked defense over the last month, and they're really beat up, so I don't really feel confident playing them against a strong Bengals offense. As a reminder, please like and subscribe to this video so you can get all of our RotoBaller content through the rest of the fantasy season, including start, sit videos, waiver wire videos, trade videos, and all the stuff that can help get you to your fantasy championship. Good luck in week 12.